Good morning, dear students. Welcome to Rishikul Online School. Let's continue chapter 8 of Geography, where we are studying about human settlement, transport, and communication. Dear students, this is the second module of this chapter, and in this module, we shall study about transport and different means of transportation. Dear students, transport is the mean by which people and goods travel from one place to another. Transport is the most significant factor in the advancement of civilization. To carry goods and people from one place to another, the availability of transportation is essential. In the early times, human potteries was used to carry goods and people from one place to another. Gradually, it was replaced by the use of animals. Animals like donkeys, yaks, camels, elephants, etc., were used as the beasts of burden. Animals were also replaced by the steam and internal combustion engines. Dear students, with the passage of time, new modes of transport have been developed. Now we have different means of transportation operating on the roads, in the air, and in the oceans. There are four means of transportation, and these are roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. So let's talk about roadways. The most used means of transport, especially for short distances, are roadways. Dear students, roadways provide door to door service. Almost all the mountainous regions, dense forests, and deserts have sufficient network of roads. Manali Leh Highway in the Himalayan mountains is one of the highest roadways in the world. Dear students, there are two types of roads, metalled roads and unmetalled roads. Metalled roads means Pakka roads. The major highways joining important cities of the country are metalled, while few village roads are unmetalled, means Kacha roads. Dear students, roads are easy to construct and easy to maintain also. Today, roads are also built underground and over the raised structure. The roads that are constructed underground are called subways or underpaths, while the roads those constructed over the raised structures are called flyovers. Dear students, India has a dense network of roads and it is progressing day by day. The development of Golden Quadrilateral is the proof of the rapid development of road networks in our country. The Golden Quadrilateral is the superhighway which joins Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata. Let's talk about railways. Dear all, the railways carry heavy goods from one place to another easily and quickly. They are not expensive means of transport, they are the cheaper means of transport. They are also suitable for long distances. India has largest railway network. Many new trains are introduced. The metro rail services have now also been started at many places in India. In metropolitan cities like Bombay, Madras, Kolkata, metro railways run underground at congested places. Another type of railway called monorail is running successfully in many advanced countries of the world. In this type of railway, the track consists of a single rail and it also runs suspended in air near congested areas. Now, it is going to introduce in India also. Let's talk about waterways. Dear students, waterways are the cheapest means of transport. They are of two types, inland waterways and sea routes. Inland waterways, navigable rivers and lakes are used as inland waterways. In India, Ganga Brahmaputra river system is the example of inland waterways. Sea routes and oceanic routes are mostly used for transporting goods from one country to another. Means sea routes are used in international trade. Let's talk about airways. Dear all, it is the most expensive means of transport as it needs a lot of fuel and fuel is expensive. It is the fastest means of transport also. It is suitable to travel overseas. Dear students, it cannot carry heavy goods. Perishable goods will be better if we take them by airways. Dear all, now people can reach the remotest regions of the world with the help of the air transport. Air transport is extremely helpful in time of natural or man-made calamities. They provide food, medicines, clothes, etc. to the affected people. They also help in rescue operations. Dear students, that was all about this module. Thank you.